Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Denise and I am the owner of the Untamed Thread, which is an online resale business. I sell clothing, shoes, handbags for women and men. I sell on Shopify, eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. If you want to see anything that I have available in my stores, I will leave all the links below in the description. And if you shop in my Shopify store and use code YouTube30 at checkout, you will receive 30% off your entire order. And I also offer free shipping for orders $45 or more. Well, we are here, October. I don't know where the year went, but this video is going to be my top 10 most profitable and top 10 least profitable sales of September. If you are new here, welcome. And if this is content that you would like to see on a regular basis, any kind of reseller content, I do bins hauls, I do what sold, I do thrift hauls, mystery unboxings, all those kinds of things. So if that is something that you like, consider giving me a thumbs up and then subscribing to my channel. And if you want to see what I sold in September and what sold for the highest and the lowest, stay tuned. So each month, I come back and tell you what my sales were, or an overview of my sales for the entire month. And I do my top 10 most profitable and top 10 least profitable sales. I do this mainly because I'm not quite a full-time reseller, but I do sell volume. So if I went through every sale for the month, it would be a lot. So I'm sparing you all the details of everything in between the top, highest, and lowest sales. But I think it gives you an idea of maybe what is not selling so well or what's selling for lower in the marketplaces and then what's selling for higher. So as you are sourcing or looking to purchase things to sell and in your business, hopefully this is helpful for you to know. I also tell you which platform I sold on. I tell you where I sourced it from, how much I sold it for, cost of goods, and then my total profit. So you can kind of see. All right. So September was not that great again. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I thought that like after the shipping changes on Poshmark, in lieu of all the drama with that, like sales would go up a little bit. They really did not for me. In terms of platform sales, I did not sell that much that I typically sell. Now I have a lot of sales or transactions, as I will call them, because I ended up sending things to Buy, Sell, Trade. I ended up sending things to ThreadUp, and I'll kind of get into those numbers. But I don't know what's going on. It's been slow since summer slowdown for me. So I don't know what you all are doing, but I haven't changed anything. I'm listing daily. I'm delisting and relisting. I am sending offers. I am sending even shipping discounts now that, Poshmark's taken out there's only one or really two tiers of a shipping discount instead of three. There's $4.99 or free. I'm kind of mad they took out that other option, but whatever. And then I don't know. I mean, I've been active. I share. Again, I list daily. Now eBay has been slightly coming up a little bit more for me than Poshmark, but so I don't know. Let me know how your sales are doing. Mercari's pretty much dead at this point. I don't know that I am a Depop seller. I don't really source a lot of kind of Depop type clothing. So I don't know, maybe I'll explore it at some point, but not today. All right. So let's go ahead and jump in, but let me know how your sales have been the last month or two. As we head into Q4, I'm expecting, decent sales. And then unfortunately for me, or for maybe other resellers, sales slow down a little bit in December. People are buying gifts that are really, I have some Newitags things. Maybe sometimes they buy those for gifts, but I really think people look at other places to buy. And the way the economy is going, people are very stingy with their dollars, rightfully so. All right, so let's jump in. So my recap for September. So again, like I said, I'm going to call them 152 transactions. That basically means that things that I sold on other platforms, it means the pieces that I sent in to buy, sell, trade, or thread up and sold there. And it also means those things that I sent into those places and things did not sell. So I still need to go into my inventory and I need to put it as sold for nothing. So it's basically been donated, but I still have the cost of goods that I need to account for. So I'll kind of go through that. So first of all, Poshmark, I sold 54 pieces. eBay, I sold 30, which is almost double of last month. So that's great. I sold 4 on Mercari and 1 on my Shopify store. And then for ThreadUp or buy, sell, trade, which was Crossroads, that bag that I sent in, I had a total of 63 transactions. So some of those sold and some of those did not sell. I am taking out those 63 pieces in my total overview for the rest of this video. So when I talk about my average sale price or my average profit per piece or my average cost of goods, I'm taking out all those other pieces just to simplify it so that you kind of know what I'm selling on platforms. And then I've done separate videos or will do and continue to do separate videos for the things I send in to ThreadUp and to Crossroads. So that's why I'm taking that out, just to clarify. All right, so let's see. My average sale price in September was pretty good. It was $29.89, which I like to see. My average profit per piece was $19.74. So I'd like to see it teens higher than that, but that's still pretty good. And my average cost of goods was $2.95 for everything that I sold. All right, so then what I'll do is I'll start with the least profitable pieces. I will shoot up a screenshot so you can see what it is. I will tell you my cost of goods, how much I sold it for, what my profit was, where I sourced it from, and what platform I sold it on. All right, so the least profitable piece were these new with tags, new in box P448 flow apron mules. Size US 11, 11 and a half, according to their size chart. These I sourced from Boutique by the Box a long time ago. This was a mystery box of all these, their Italian brand P448. They retail for very high, but it took me a long time to move all of these. And actually, this is my very last piece. So I was glad to get these out. These are probably the lowest in terms of our MSRP. So I sold these on eBay. My cost of goods on these shoes was $36. And that was really high for me. And I knew I was taking a risk. But when I looked up comps, I don't know what happened between the time that I looked up comps and the time that I got them and tried to sell them. But they were selling for over $100 a piece. I did not sell those for that. So that's kind of a bummer. Anyway, so my cost of goods was really high. I sold these for $47.49. That includes the $6.99 shipping that I charge on eBay. And then after I took out what I actually paid for shipping and platform fees, I actually lost $1.09. So if I go back and do, I guess, an overview of everything in that box, I think I made a small profit, but very small. So anyway. All right, next were these American Eagle wide leg crop raw hem button fly jeans in a size 4. These sold on Poshmark. I paid $4.03 for these. I actually thrifted these a long time ago. And I sold them for $12. So my profit was $5.02. And when I talk about profit again, it is pure profit. I'm also taking out the cost of goods. So after platform fees, cost of goods, my profit was $5.02. That's when American Eagle was a little bit hotter. I was picking that up when I was thrifting if they were the right style. I really don't pick up a whole lot of American Eagle anymore unless it's at the bins. So, all right, next we have this Athleta Nitro Racerback Keyhole activewear tank in a size medium. This I sold on Poshmark for $9. And my profit was $5.05. Now, this was a personal piece of mine. I usually just give cost of goods on personal pieces $1, just to give them some sort of value. because there is some value to it. Like if I would donate it, I would claim $1 for that. So anyway, that was my profit. And some of these pieces, the other thing I did in September, I did a lot of like 45% off, 55% off offers. I was just trying to move stuff out. So most of what's in this top 10 of the least profitable have something to do with the fact that I sent out these offers. All right, next is Girlfriend Collective. These are black leggings in a size small. I got these a long time ago when Girlfriend Collective was all the rage. I got these at a thrift store. I paid $3 and I sold them for $12. So my profit was $6.05. Next were these American Eagle super high-rise flare split hem jeans in a size 4 long. Now these I actually just got at the bins not too long ago. These sold on Poshmark and I sold them for $14. My profit was $9.49. So the style is the reason why I picked these up, because that's in style right now. But if you see or I see any American Eagle skinny jeans or really like heavily distressed or anything, I usually just leave them there. All right, next are these Democracy Absolution Dark Watch flare jeans in a size 4. These I thrifted recently and I sold these on Poshmark for $18. I paid $4.79. I wanted to get more for these, but someone made me an offer and I was just like, just move stuff out. Like I said, it was slow. So if anyone was making me offers that were fairly reasonable, even lower than what I would typically take, as long as it wasn't too like $5, I was pretty much taking it. So my total profit on these jeans was $9.61. Next was this Talbot's floral embroidered button front denim shirt, shacket in a size extra large. I bought this eons ago as well. I think I got this at the bins. Yes. I paid $1.07 and I bought this because I thought it was like kind of a granny core or cottage core kind of piece. And I knew it was for a more mature kind of woman, but with the size, I thought this would move a lot quicker. It did not. Finally sold it for $16 and my total profit was $10.23. Next are these American Eagle high-rise shorty cutoff jeans in a size 12. These I got from the bins. And when I was sourcing more for summer, I wanted some shorts and some other pieces. These sold on eBay actually for $20.99. My cost of goods was $1.14, and so my profit was $10.31. The next was this J. Crew Factory flannel plaid slim fit button-down shirt in a size small. I recently thrifted this from the bins, actually. I sold this on Poshmark for $16. I think when I picked it up, I didn't realize it was factory. I just didn't look that closely, or maybe I don't remember. J. Crew usually sells pretty well for me. I'm really trying to stay away from factory. I just went to the bins, so I need to do a bins haul, and I really found a lot of factory there and I just left it. Like I'm just not dealing with the factory pieces anymore, even if it's from the bins, unless it is like a cashmere or wool or something like that. Otherwise, not going to do it. Just doesn't sell for very much. Anyway, my cost of goods on this was 98 cents. I sold it for $16, so my total profit was $10.32. And then the last thing to sell, which I believe I've had for 3 years. These were the Amanda Smith Caribe or Caribe, I don't know how to pronounce that, turquoise beaded leather thong sandals in a size 10. These I sold on Poshmark. I got these from a ThredUp mystery shoebox. This is probably one of the shoeboxes or the first shoeboxes that I ever ordered from them. It's been sitting that long. The SKU on this is 3601, and my SKUs are now up to over 11,000, if that gives you an idea of how long this has been sitting. All right, I paid $2.20 for these, so I must have had some sort of a credit or discount on the box, because usually the shoe boxes are around $5 and some change. And I sold them for $16 on Poshmark, and my total profit was $10.60. All right, So moving into the most profitable, I'll start from the least most profitable and then get you to the most profitable piece of the month. All right, first we have this Duluth Trading Company Alaskan Hard Gear Stone Run Standard Fit Overshirt Jacket in a size extra large. This is a men's piece. I just recently bought this at the bins. I sold this on eBay for $45.39. My cost of goods was $1.62. So my profit was $31.46. I think that literally sold within maybe a week or two. So if you find Alaskan hard gear, definitely look at comps, but it's a great brand to sell. Everything I've had in that, except for the long sleeve t-shirt I have, which, it's just a t-shirt, has sold quickly. Next is a super dry men's winter wet scuba puffer jacket in a size medium. This took a little bit longer to sell than I thought. I thought this would go quicker, but I did kind of pick it up in the summer. This sold on Poshmark for $42. My cost of goods was $1.53. I got this from the bins, and my total profit was $32.07. Next was this exclusively mishook studded knit long sleeve sheath dress in a size extra large. This was, I think, from the same bins haul as the Alaskan hard gear. I sold this on Poshmark for $43. My cost of goods was $1.62, and my total profit was $32.78. I had a question on that. Someone had asked me like the measurements, which I put all the measurements in my listing. Lately, I've been getting a lot more questions. I think if people are on the app, if you don't scroll all the way down where it says show more and it expands the description, you don't see the measurements. And it used to all show up. Now you have to click on show more, and people just don't do that step. So I've been getting a lot more questions about measurements, but the person that asked me about the measurements, I responded. She never got back to me. And then a few days later, somebody bought it. So, all right, next was this Carigdon hand knit 100% marine wool full zip cable knit sweater in a size large. I also bought this recently at the bins. I sold this on Poshmark and for $45. I believe that was my full asking price. Or maybe it was $48 or $49. I sent an offer. I don't remember. My cost of goods was $2.30, and my total profit was $33.70. All right, next we have this new with tags Bowden Viscose Blend 2-button blazer jacket in a size 10 petite. Now this sold on Poshmark for $56. I was really hoping to get a lot more for this because it was new with tags. I think it was over $100 MSRP, but it sat for a little bit and I've delisted and relisted it a couple of times. I had somebody that kept coming and lowballing me like $15, and she would not stop. So I ended up having to block her because I delisted it and relisted it. She came back again. She offered me like $15 or $20 again. I always counter offer. And so I did that, but she kept coming back with like 15 or 20. So I ended up having to block her, and then I delisted and relisted again. Anyway, and then it sold like within a couple days. I paid $9.50 for this. So I think if you've been watching my videos, you know that there's a woman that I work with on a regular basis. She brings in her clothes. I kind of serve as a buy-sell trade store. I just give her cash for her clothes that I take instead of consigning. It's just easier for both of us. It's what we've come up with for an agreement. Actually, she'll be in next week, so I'm curious to see what she has. But she had a lot of nice pieces in this time when she came, so they were worth a lot more. But I still made $35.30, so that was pretty good. All right, next we have this, I'm going to butcher this, Ermenegildo Zenga collarless button-down shirt in a size large. Now, this is kind of a bit of a bolo brand. If you can find this, I would definitely look it up, look at comps. Every time I've had this brand, it's sold pretty well. I literally just picked this up from the bins. I paid $2.30 for this. I sold it on eBay for $51.99, and my cost of goods was $2.30. So I made a profit of $37.45. Next are these Lukes, I think you pronounce them, leather equestrian German riding boots in a size 8. Now, I was very descriptive when I listed these. I put in the description, I put these as women's just because I compared the size to another size 8 women's shoe. But the calf was it's so structured, one, because it's an equestrian boot, but secondly, it was pretty narrow. So then I wasn't sure if it was a girl's boot. So I put that in the description. Someone must have known. I had these listed for a while, and I had just recently delisted and relisted, and someone bought them outright for $60. I paid $4.75 this was from a ThredUp shoebox. Again, I must have had a credit or a discount or something because usually it's over $5. And I sold this on Poshmark. So my total profit on this was $43.25. Next was this Bernardo olive green long line hooded winter coat in a size medium. This brand is not cheap retail. It doesn't sell real well on the resale market. So I'm pretty picky about what I pick up. But I do see that the Real carries this. I don't know if they still take it, but they did have some on their sites. And whenever it's listed on ThredUp, it's listed pretty high as well. But this was a really nice coat. It was in excellent condition. I sold this on eBay. I actually got it from the bins for 68 cents. So this was one of the hauls where I got the extra discount. Someone bought it for $61.99 on eBay, and my total profit was $45.31. Next was this Lafayette 148 New York woolen cashmere blend wrap poncho sweater in a size small. This I also recently just got from the bins. I sold this on eBay for $81.99, and my cost of goods was 98 cents. So my total profit was $62.30. So I know some people have shied away from Lafayette 148, thinking that it doesn't sell as well as it used to, but pieces like this, and then I have another piece in my bins haul, I will continue to pick it up as long as it's a really nice, substantial piece. So this being wool and cashmere blend, I definitely pick that up. But always kind of look at comps. And then the last thing to sell, a little drum roll here, that is my highest profit item, was this Neiman Marcus 100% cashmere waffle knit kangaroo pocket midi shift dress in a size large. I literally just got this from the bins. I sold this on eBay for $82.99. And my total cost of goods was $1.72. So my total profit was $64.16. So that is it. Those are my top 10 least profitable and most profitable sales of the month. So let me know if you are surprised at anything that sold for as high or as low as it did. And then let me know again how your sales were in September. I have a couple of things coming up. I have the bins haul coming up. I just went to the bins. And then I believe I'm getting my ThredUp 25-piece box delivered today. That took them a while to ship. Usually they're really quick, and it took over a week for them to ship that box. So I had been hoping to have that unboxing a little bit earlier, but I should have that for you hopefully next week. All right, thank you so much for watching. Again, if this is content that you like, consider giving me a thumbs up on the way out. And I will see you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.